Hi guys! I've had several subscribers ask me how it is that I curl my hair. So if you want to find out how it is that I go from straight to curly, just keep watching. Hey guys, before we get started on curling my hair, I do want to remind you to make sure that you subscribe to my channel and hit the little bell next to it as well. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, things you'd like for me to do in future videos, please feel free to leave a comment down below. So if you want to see how it is that I get my hair curled, you're in the right place. It's really not hard. What I'd start with is I have this curling wand system that I picked up a few years ago, probably about a year and a half actually. And what it does is it's got 3 interchangeable heads that come with it of different sizes. So, looks like so. I'll have to look and see if it's still available on Amazon. If it is, I'll leave a link down below in the description box. It is by ISO Beauty. So what it is you pick what size of the attachment you want on it. I go with the medium one, and it simply just snaps in place. So like so. When you want to take it out, there's 2 little buttons there that you simply pinch when it's completely cooled down, I might add. And you pull it off, and then you snap it back in place. The way to tell if you have it on right is you'll notice there's this little plastic part that you rest it down, and that's always going to be on the back side. Now on the front we have the power button, and then you have the arrows to go up and down with the heat. It does have a swivel cord as well as a little way to hang it right there. So what I do is to store it, I have a little bucket that hangs by a chain, and it's actually meant to hang like pots for plants. But I keep everything in that, and I have it hanging from the bottom of a little shelf in my bathroom. But I keep everything in there. But that way it's metal, and it allows everything to cool down in there, and I don't have to worry about anything melting or anything like that. So that's the way I do it. Okay, so let's go ahead and power this on. I also like that it heats up very quickly. So you have to just press and hold the power button, and you'll see it's green. And it turns red when it goes into the danger zone, which can be damaging to your hair. My hair is very thick, so I do the danger zone. It turns green when it is actually charging up, and you'll see it actually change temperatures as we go. Let me turn it the right way here. So I'm just going to set this down, put these other 2 attachments to the side. Now you'll notice there was no clip on that either, and that's because I don't like those. So what I do is I have a couple pairs of these gloves that are meant for use when you're doing your hair, and I wear those. These are by HSN. You can find these online as well. Got mine off Amazon, so again, I'll leave a link if these are available. Before I put my gloves on, let me section off my hair. So I always start in the back and work my way forward. So I simply take a small section in the back, like about so. And I clip the rest of my hair up and out of the way. Now I didn't wash my hair today. I washed it a couple of days ago. But if I had washed it today and blow dried it, I would have put some sort of a heat protectorant on it. I don't need to do that now. And what I do is I divide it into 2 sections. So I always bring everything forward. Okay, we're at 325 right now, so we're getting there. Now what I do is in my sections, I alternate. So one of them I will roll one way, and the other one I will do the opposite direction. So that way I get plenty of volume to my hair. I don't spray anything on it prior to curling it. I spray it on afterwards. We're at 357. And I also want to make sure that I brush it all out really well. Now my hair has a natural wave to it, and due to ponytails and stuff in the summertime, I have a lot of breakage down in here. And this hair can get really, really frizzed out. Especially in the heat, my hair will get curly. So to try and tame these little hairs, I've come up with a little bit of a solution to help with those little flyaways. And I'll show you that as soon as this heats up. So let me put this on pause and I'll be right back. Okay, we are completely heated up now. So I'm going to take the curling wand, and what I do, and be very careful because I'm near my ear, to help smooth down those little hairs, I take the wand and just kind of smooth down near the root area, both on the underside and the top. So all I'm doing is kind of going in the direction of my hair growth. And please excuse my gray hair. With me having the flu last week, I had to miss my hair appointment. Okay, so now what I do is I start as close to my scalp as possible. And what I do is I start away from my head and then I roll it back. And now I start rolling it and pulling it, hopefully you can see this right, until I get to where I want it to be. And I usually wrap it around 3 times and I hold it. And then I hold it in my hands because I can do that with this in place. I hold it for about 10 to 15 seconds. Now, I'm not grabbing onto the wand, I'm just loosely holding onto it, because otherwise I would burn myself. And then I let go, and I'm still holding onto that curl, and I let go. Now in the opposite direction, or the next bunch of hair, I'm going to do the opposite direction. Sometimes I get too close because I forgot I got a haircut recently, so I don't have as much hair to wrap around. Now if I didn't want as tight of a curl, I could hold it for less time. I could go with the wider wand, or I could simply, after I did that, pull out, or let go of it, I could pull it out a little bit. Okay, now this time I'm going to hold the wand in my opposite hand and then do this. It's going to be a little harder to get the back areas compared to the front. Okay, so now that this bottom layer is done, what I'm going to do is just take any old hairspray. A flexible one's good to do, just anything that'll work, and just do a light spray on that. And leave it alone. Now I'm going to go in, let that down, and take another layer. Again, I'm not grabbing a whole bunch of hair. I'm taking little layers at a time. And again, I'm going to bring everything forward And when I get near my face, or around my ears, I like to bring that forward to kind of frame my face. Oops. That one got kind of tight, so I'm going to give it a little pull, but it'll relax over time. And then the next one, I'm going to go in the opposite direction. Now what you want to do too is with these curls is layer them a little bit. Oops. And I go with the bottom. So that they're not all starting and stopping at the same area. If that makes sense. So for example, if I went to this bottom layer, see how I had started this curl here? And now these curls are starting up here. So there's a difference in the layer height there. And the reason I like to bring all my hair together is that allows me to see if I've missed any sections. Oh. No, I washed my hair a couple of days ago. It's still so clean. It's being very slippery. Started using that Hemp's shampoo. Love that stuff. There. Okay, so now again I'll bring everything together. I don't see any sections that I've missed. Nothing seems to be straight. I'm going to fast forward through a lot of this stuff so you don't have to sit here and watch me just curl my hair. Now again, normally I would curl under towards my face, but because I want to do every other layer a different direction, I'm going to take this first section and do it small and tight. And I'm going to do this one really close to my face, because I want this one to try and stay out of my face as much as possible. My hair tends to fall into my face, which drives me crazy, which is why I don't have my hair down an awful lot. For once, that one I'm gonna hairspray right there. Okay, I just finished curling everything. I put hairspray in all over, and I'm going to brush out all the curls. Don't worry, the curl is not going to brush out, but I did make sure that everything cooled off really well. Now when I got around my face, I went in with a little bit of extra hairspray because I wanted to try and keep everything out of my face. But I did the same thing, except for when I got to this top layer, I curled everything away from my face. I didn't want anything coming back towards it. So everything was curled away. Okay, so now you can see as I play with it, the curl's starting to come back out. And I can either just do it right there with my fingers, or if I really want to bring some volume in, I simply take my brush and very easily, lightly do a tease like that. So see how much I got out of just that one side, just doing a little bit. Now if I want to have more underneath, just do that and then bring the top back down. And then I can go back in with my hairspray. So that's how I get the curls. So let's do that on the other side. So I'm not doing a big tease, I'm just doing a little one. And then again, to keep the hair out of my face, tease a little closer to my scalp there. And then again, play with it with my fingers. Bring the top on down. And then maybe tease it just a little bit more. And if I want some volume in the back, a little tease. I don't tease with the comb, I tease with the big brush. And then when I have it like I like it, another thing I like to do is go in with this L'Oreal Advanced Hair Care. It's a Nutrigloss High Shine Glossing Mist. You can spray this directly onto your hair, but what I like to do is spray it onto my hands and then go into my hair. And I like to do this after I've gone in with the hairspray and everything, just so it adds that extra shine. Because sometimes the hairspray will kind of dull down the shine of your hair. And then you can play with it a little more. If you need to puff it up a little bit more, puff it up. But this doesn't leave your hair feeling greasy or weigh it down at all. Okay, so now I'm going to go in, and this is where I'm really going to, feel free to hold your hair in place for a little bit as it dries if you need to. Especially if you're trying to get some volume in it. And if you see that you've done like I just did and you've kind of disrupted the roots, take your brush through it real quick. The other thing that's kind of fun you can do is, instead of using the brush, you can use your fingers to bring volume in after you've got hairspray in there. Use your fingers to go through and create volume. It helps separate out the hair better than the brush does. Okay. I like to kind of go back away from my ear a little bit. Sometimes I need to like hold that a little bit while the hairspray dries. Okay, what do you think? Was that hard? You think you can do that? It's really not that difficult. It's not that time consuming to do. A little bit of practice makes perfect, but let me know. I would like to see or hear from you if you attempt this and what your results are. Again, if your hair is longer or shorter, you do want to adjust the size of the wand that you're using. And again, you can use whatever hairspray, it doesn't really matter, but as you can see, I didn't bother with mousses or anything like that. Just start with straight hair is the easiest thing to do. So if your hair is naturally straight, God bless you. I wasn't born that lucky, so I do need to go in and straighten mine a little bit just to make sure that I've got a good base to start with. Now, another trick I will share with you, what I do so I can wear this a second day, is at night, and I do look a little dorky and I only have one ponytail in here right now. I will go in, brush everything out, part it. I still keep my part where I am, but in the back I go down the center. And what I do is I pull everything up so I have two buns right on top of my head. But what I do is I twist them. I'm gonna do one real quick. So I twist one. How do I do it? Twist one going in one way and do a messy bun like so. And then I do the other one the opposite direction and do two messy buns right up on top of my head. Take them down the next morning, I've got my curls again. So I'm not having to repeat this a second day. Works amazingly well, and there, makes it much easier the second day. So thanks again for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Give this a thumbs up if you learned something new today, and thanks again so much, and until next time, bye-bye.